So you're looking for the top 5 neighborhoods here in Smithville, Missouri. Well, you came to the right place. We're going to go ahead and deep dive into the top 5 neighborhoods in no particular order here in Smithville. And by the end of this video, you'll be able to have a really good idea of where would you like to live, what price point and what area, and then even some finishings. We'll go ahead and pull up some different houses and different price points to give you more perspective. Now, if this is your first time to my channel, I want to let you know I am Big Mike, and I'm a Kansas City real estate agent. And whether you're looking to make moves across states or across streets, reach out to me. Dial this number right here. Call or text. It doesn't matter. You'll get me every single time. And if you want the smoothest transaction with the best world-class service you could possibly imagine, you'll want to reach out. But without further ado, let's go ahead and hop in. All right. The first one we got on this list, or number 5, if we want to go ahead and count down, we got Harbor View. Harbor View is literally like a golf ball hit from the lake. It is... hell, there's so many houses. It's all the prices about median price point in this area. Oh, anywhere from $250 all the way up to about $400. You're not going to hit much higher than that. And then it is full of reverse 1.5s and split entries. Let's go ahead and dive into 2 different houses that have sold in the area, just to give you a pretty good idea of the low side of Harbor View and also the high side. All right. First one we have right here. So to save people's information, I'm going to go ahead and be pulling all this information off of Zillow directly. So this house sold for $250, and this is a townhome located in Harbor View. As you can tell, it's just a pretty basic first time. Like if you wanted to get into house, just first entry type of home. Not a bad home whatsoever, though. And plus, with you being that close to the lake, property values only go up. So this is the first one for $250. We're actually going to go ahead and do 2 more. First one is townhome. Second one is going to just be a cheaper side home in the area. Then we're going to go ahead and do the most expensive house in the area. All right, right here, we actually got the second one in line. So this one actually sold for $295, and it shows the estimated market value about $306. But we'll go ahead and hop in. Looks to be a nice little split entry. 4 beds, 3 baths, 1,800 square feet. Once again, this is in Harbor View. Pretty fairly updated. Oh, I did forget to mention they do have a pool in here. But that's the second one. Now we'll go ahead and hop on the third. All right. And here is the third one right here. This one actually sold for $405,000, so don't look at the $419,500. But it's a nice reverse 1.5. Gorgeous lot. And this is actually the most expensive house that sold in Harbor View in the last year. 3,000 square foot. It's a 4-bed, 4-bath. Like if this house was in Greyhawk, which is going to be up in the list also, this house would probably have sold for $515, $520 to give you an idea. But nice beginner stage to living in Smithville. Now the next question I face in Harbor View, how are the schools like? So Smithville has 3 separate schools. Schools are the Horizon Elementary, the just Smithville Middle School, and the Smithville High School. All right. Now, let's say you don't want to spend 24/7 at your house, and you're like, Mike, I want to go do some type of shopping. Where are the closest shopping places? Well, let me give you perspective. Here is Harbor View right here on the map. And I'm going to go ahead and circle this in giant red. And then from there, let's say you want to do some shopping at the good old Zona Rosa. Well, here it is up here. And Zona Rosa is actually right here. And then let's say you're like, man, you know what? I'm feeling Target, actually. So Target's actually, there's one over by 169. Or if you want to head over to Liberty, Liberty is basically right here. I-35 and 152. There's another Target right there on the corner right off of, what street is this? North Flintlock. So that just kind of gives you an idea of how close you truly are just to all the shopping it is. And now there is a grocery store over in Smithville. There's the basic necessities, but you're not going to find any big time suppliers. And there's no Walmart. There's basically Quick Trips, and if you don't know, that's just the most popular gas station I would say here in the Midwest. So that would gives you just the good idea of everything that Harborview actually has to offer. So the next subdivision on this list is actually my favorite, Greyhawk. And I've actually been a part of selling a house in this neighborhood. And it's right across the street from Harborview. It's probably 3 golf ball hits away from the lake at that point, if Harborview is 1. And you're looking at any resale homes are probably 450 to 500 price point, maybe slightly above that 500. But if you're talking about the new construction that they have and going on, you're probably pushing 550 very low side, even pushing about 600 for all the brand new houses put in, including just completely done. Now, I will go ahead and look at a couple of the houses that have sold recently, and we'll start off with, once again, the smallest price point with the very top. And just to let you know, this is still Smithville, Missouri, and just go ahead and reverse back about a minute or so if you missed the schools. I know it's so mind-blowing to have just those simple schools the entire time. But I'm done talking. Let's go ahead and check out these houses. All right. First home on this list is actually... It was a weird situation on this property. So this actually was such a rush. It was a relocation type of deal. The sellers got paid up front from a corporate business, and they just sold their place. So this house actually sold for $450,000. This is probably going to be the lowest you find, and it is the lowest you could possibly have purchased here in Greyhawk. But to give you an idea, this is a beautiful reverse 1.5, 2,200 square feet, 4 bed, 3 baths. And I mean, the finishings inside it are absolutely gorgeous. My client's home ended up having a bigger bar, but that was it. I mean, all the cabinetry is upgraded. Like, the builder in this area uses premium materials. And look at that bathroom. Big closet. That's the big master bedroom. Nice spare bathroom. And then it looks like a half-finished basement. So just to give you a perspective, this is the lowest price in this house. All right. The very next one in this area, there was actually a complete custom home that was built in here. It was sold for $584, but I don't want to go ahead and use that because you can for a custom build, you can go sky's the limit in that. It's a great home for comp purposes, but this one was actually built by the builder, and this one sold for $570 actually. And this was a resale home, but as you can tell, just gorgeous, gorgeous finishings. The biggest part you can see here is the 3,200 finished square foot. It's a 3 bed, 3 bath, but it's actually almost 800 square feet bigger. So somebody that wanted to live here built their most dream home and most likely ended up leaving because of something that ended up occurring in their life. But I mean, you're talking about, there's so much incredible detail in this home. So that's the only higher side. Obviously you can always go sky's the limit with Greyhawk. They are about to roll out their newest phase. It should have been rolled out last spring. They're a little bit late on that, but there's plenty of lots available if you wanted to go ahead and build here. I know the personal people to go ahead and get that done, including myself. But just gorgeous, gorgeous properties. This one's a premium lot, backed up to trees. Every single lot in Greyhawk. The builder actually tries to aim that everyone backs up the trees, just so it seems like everyone gets kind of a premium lot feature. As you can tell, there's obviously a few that cannot, but he really did try to aim to back up to all trees. Number 3 on this list is Rollins Landing. Now, these price point houses are actually just in the early 400s. Basically, about 420s is the highest price, and they're filled with ranches and split entries. You basically see all these at 4 bed or bigger, and then all the homes that sold under 400 are actually all 3 bedrooms. So the 4 bedrooms are the most desirable. Now, here are 2 current homes, and just to give you an idea of the lowest price point house in the area, and then also the highest price. All right, first home on this list in Rollins Landing is actually this beauty. So I know it says the estimate is $415. This house actually sold for $390. To give you perspective, this is what you can expect. Everything is super clean, but nothing is extravagant. You have a very nice sized home for a 3 bed, 2 bath, 1,500 square foot, most likely an unfinished basement at this level. But like I was saying, everything under 3 bed are going to be under 400. Nobody wants, it seems like, to spend over 400. There's the unfinished basement. No one wants to spend over 400,000 for Well, your 3 bedrooms, especially when it doesn't have a finished basement. But you can definitely convert the basement, which is surprising. You could go ahead and throw an additional bedroom down there if you wanted to go down that route. All right. Now, the most expensive house that sold in Rollins Landing. Once again, his estimate says 564. This house actually sold for 529. To give you perspective, that's how much estimates are normally off. And there's not many pictures on this. Looks to be a nice 2-story home. There's not any other pictures on this. Not a very good recommendation, but it kind of gives you an idea. This is the size of house. This is a 3,700 square foot home, 4-bed, 3 baths. So the entire basement's finished, and then on top of that, the entire upstairs is completely finished with the mid-level too. So it really gives you a best of both worlds here, just to expect what you can expect at 390 and what can you expect at 520.
And if you were wondering, once again, schools are the exact same. These all 3 subdivisions are actually right next to each other. So I'm going to just consistently hit this every single time. I'll go ahead and post up all the schools right now. There, you saw it. I know you loved it, but I'm going to keep reminding you nonetheless, including the next 2 on this list, which the next one on this list is actually number 2, Hills of Shannon. Guys, this is one's a little bit farther than the lake than every other one is. It's actually over right whenever you're coming off of 169 going north. It's one of the very first neighborhoods right as you enter kind of the Smithville city. Now, this one's a lot more different than all the rest. And let me make sure I get this correctly. So, for one, I'll set it on the map right here. But for 2, it sits right around that $360K price point. And all these homes are basically split entry. You're not going to get a lot of reverse 1.5 story, 2 stories, 3 stories. You're not going to get those ranches. These are all California front back split entry. Hell, there may be even an atrium split in there. Same school district. I'm going to still put it up on the screen right here. Same school district as all the others. Still, but I'll go ahead and show you. Here's 2 houses that you can expect to live here instead of all the other ones.
All right, first house on this list. Once again, we all know this estimate's not correct. You can see right here, 426,200. Throw it out the window. This house actually sold for 400,000, and it's just a gorgeous side-by-side split. And I love houses; they're all gorgeous to me. Nice little burn exterior, beautiful, beautiful backyard, beautiful, beautiful house. But basically, everything, this was built in 2007. Everything is just all right. Nice granite countertops, nothing spectacular, but just a very nice home comparatively. You're not going to get no marble in these type of houses. Very simple bathroom, simple yet effective. Nice, what do we call here in real estate? Cozy. We have a nice cozy room here. I mean small. Nice finished basement. You could definitely have plenty of people come and join. But this is that side-by-side split. The garage would be right here. But basically all these houses are essentially the same on the side-by-side splits. It even has a sub-basement, it looks like. But there you have it. There's the first one. And now I'm about to be a broken record. As you may know, estimate right here, 344. This house actually sold for 330. I almost said 370 there. But it's a California split. And it's still sitting in Hills of Shannon. All these houses are essentially all the same. They're all split entries. They all have nice countertops, nice little granite countertops. Cozy rooms. Nice sized master. Including bathroom. Pretty decent sized basement. Additional bedroom, it looks like to be downstairs. And then, once again, just a nice yard. You will be seeing your friends and your future friends' backyards too. So if you were looking for more privacy, you're not going to get a lot of acreage here.
Number 1 on this list. This is actually my favorite one because it's the most expensive one, and it's also, honestly, the most badass one. I didn't even know about it until I started really deep diving into Smithville. This area only has like 40 houses, and there's not a single lot available. It's actually called Johnson Ridge, and the sales prices have been anywhere from $600,000 to $1.25 million. They all sit on acre plus lots, and it's just about as south as you can get with it being Smithville city limits. I mean, you're probably one side of the street's Kansas City, the other one is Smithville. Now, here's where it sits. I told you, it's about as south as it can get. Now, nothing around it but farm fields and straight up peacefulness. So, only having 40 or so lots, this is a little nook of Smithville that tends to be forgotten about. Biggest floor plan being 1.5 stories. Now, I know you're all getting annoyed. Here's all the same schools. Once again, they're the exact same. Smithville does not have a lot of diversity in schools. They don't have a huge population to require multiple upon multiple schools. Now, the fun part. Here are the lowest side of Johnson Ridge, and here's the highest side of Johnson Ridge when it comes to houses.
So first home on this list, it's saying, once again, 660's estimate. This house actually sold for 640, was originally listed for 675. And it's a gorgeous 1.5. And here's some of the photos on it. And this is just there. You can see exactly. This is Johnson Ridge. It's just a very private, very nice neighborhood of Smithville. Basically just a big house. You can see 3,100 square feet, 5 bed, 4 bath. Very nice home for 630. I think 640. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and go over the 1.2 million next. All right. Now, this bad boy was actually just listed right underneath 1.3, 1.295 to be exact. This actually sold for 1.25, as you can tell, 1.235. Illiterate today, apparently. So this estimate, once again, 1.327, it's $100,000 off. So these estimates are normally just basic guesstimates that most people think. But to give you an idea, I mean, it's just pool in the backyard, gorgeous lot. And then a lot of just premium features on the inside, from the beams that you see in the ceiling, from probably the upgraded wood flooring that they have. It looks to be a little bit more premium, being enough new builds. The giant fan. This most likely was a complete custom build job. Giant kitchen countertops, plenty of space. Definitely was a custom build job. Just everything is so immaculate in this home. I like the little the planets up on the wall. It's not a bad idea for my future kid. Here's the upstairs. Nice little loft area with an additional 2 bedrooms. And here's the down. Nice big open space that walks right out to the pool. Workout room also. There's the pool. This is probably why it's so much. I know it said 60, it says 7,000 square feet, 7 bed, 6 bath. But I bet that pool is $150,000, $200,000 or so.
All right, so that's the top 5 neighborhoods here in Smithville, Missouri. If any of them piqued your interest, or you're like, man, you know what, I would just like to use him just to help me find my next place, or even help you sell your home, don't hesitate to reach out. All my information, well, here's my phone number. You can call or text me, doesn't matter. All my information will actually be down below. You can reach out to me whenever you like. I'd love to be able to help you. Be sure to check out my new home construction guide. Let's say you're trying to move and nothing piques your interest, and you're like, Mike, I absolutely want to build a new home. I put about 3 hours into this new construction home guide down below. All you have to do is put in your information, and then you can get it for free. There's like 9 bullet points, and it gives you every little thing you possibly need to know about new construction homes. So, as always, subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up with me, and then I'll be hitting every single new home community or every single city around the Kansas City, Northland area, so you'll want to be a part of this. Much love. I'll catch you guys again.